All right, we are on, or I'm on. Okay, I don't have an agenda on this one, except we're gonna have one guest on here. I'm actually gonna be giving him a call, Dan Ontrop. I'll give him a call in about 5 to 6 minutes or so. We're gonna talk about PDR events. It's once we get through the summer, it's people start having their events because after hail, you've got now those guys can kind of relax and the big community starts getting through, and there's some meetups. Dan Ontrop is PDR contractor. So we're going to have him on the phone for about 10-15 minutes to explain what he is doing and what kind of meetup he has. I just went on ansonpdr.com and I noticed that there is a glue pole convention or glue pole something. Actually, let's pull it up here. Let me see if I can get that. Let me see if I can get that going here. All right, so Big Shots competition. That is in Texas Auto Body Trade Show, and that is August 26th to the 27th. So to me personally, it looks like a pretty cool event. I just saw this literally, so that's why I'm just throwing that on you guys to see. Maybe you guys are going, maybe you're not, but this is new to me. I haven't heard about this. So obviously this is going on. Now, I'm not sure if I was trying to look at the exact date. I didn't do my homework right here, but I was hoping ANSA would have it on their site, but they're having a Dent, I think it's a Dent competition as well, Dent trials. So it was in Las Vegas. Now it's going to be in Anson, and that's in, I think, mid-September or late September. If you guys have an exact date, please do it. Maybe Vince is watching, or any of the team members at Anson, they might be watching. I know Matt's probably going to go. Matt's at every dang darn event. I don't know how you do it, dude. So he's at this event. Listen, guys, also, this is your podcast. If you guys want to dictate which way this goes, I'll answer questions. We'll go look at things. We'll go look up whatever you guys want. I'll let you guys do it. I will try to answer your questions. I'm not going to go carry on and do different things like I normally will with Joe. So it's your podcast. You guys can hijack this podcast if you would like. But first, before we really do that, I know some of you guys like to comment a lot on here. Before we do that, I'm going to give Dan Ontrop a call. And what we're going to do is let me put him on. Let me copy this URL, and then we're going to check this out. Okay. So we are going to put that in there. And this is what, so he's got this going. So this is Saturday, October 15th, right? 2022. It's PDR Contractors Industry Meetup. So I'm going to give him a call. We're going to see what this is about and see what's his intentions and things like that. So if you haven't worked with Dan Ontrop, or you don't know him personally, he's probably one of the most stand-up guys. There's a few of them I can name right now, but the spotlight's on him. Runs a tight ship, has his own hail team, keeps everything undercover like he should, and he's actually comes up with those. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I'm going to give him a call. But he's the one that has those, just what he said, the PDR contract. So he doesn't do any type of big hail repair without a contract. Matter of fact, I don't know any other type of business that deals with big money and not a contract. So he decided, hey, I'm not going to get screwed like that one day. This is a tail end of his story. He decided to come up with PDR contractors, and not only does he create contracts for people who do that type of work, hail repair, but he also helps get you business as a PDR tech if you're in the hail industry. So kind of underground, high qualified PDR techs. So you're not going, hey, I need somebody over here, and then you got 15,000 Dent guys knocking on your door. He has a really cool filter system and a directory. So go check it out, pdrcontractors.com. I'm going to give him a holler. I'm going to put my glasses on, and we're going to see what he's about. All right. Let's give him a call. Let me plug my phone in. How you guys doing, man? Bear with me. Bear with me. And then we'll show a little bit of repair I did as well. That is on Dent Trainer. It's not completely up, but what's going on? Dent Guy 17, man. Let's give him a call. Dun, dun, dun. Should get it. You guys can hear that, right? Assuming.
Mr. Toledo.
Mr. Dan Ontrop. How you doing, dude?
I'm doing good, man. I just laid down my tools for the day, and I'm pretty tired, actually.
I bet you are. I figured you'd probably just want to jump on the phone instead of a video call. So I got some people. People are here live listening to you and me. I have your PDR Contractors Industry Meetup page pulled up on Facebook. Can you give us an idea, like what's going on with this? What's the backstory about this?
Yeah, so I guess the backstory is when I go to MTE the last several years, I've spent so much time not having fun with everybody else because I've been tied down to a booth and kind of competing with everybody's attention. I thought, I kind of want to do something a little bit different. And PDR Contractors, been around since beginning of 2019, and I hear all the time a lot of people just, talk about they're not really still sure what's going on with it, what our goals are, and what we've been up to. So I was talking to some buddies, and they're like, what, you should just host an event somewhere fun that we've never been, and just something different that hasn't been done in the industry. So we kind of started talking about throwing some cities out, and a date that kind of works for hopefully everybody in the industry. And so we decided to have a meetup, and what we're going to do there is honestly just have a really big networking event with a bunch of PDR technicians, local guys, hail guys, R&I guys, spouses, whoever wants to join.
Cool.
And we're gonna have some good beer at Green Man Brewery in downtown Asheville. And there's all sorts of sights to see in Asheville that time of year when the leaves are changing in the mountains. And we're going to make some announcements on what we've been up to at PDR Contractors and the kind of the next step that we're really excited about.
Cool. Good deal. So you, how long have you been doing PDR Contractors now?
Started development on it in 2018, and then we launched in 2019 at MTE. So basically the beginning of 2019. And so I don't know, what is that, 19, 20, 21, let's call it 3+ years, 4 years, something like that. So yeah, it's just been, started, just by myself as a technician that thought we could improve some stuff in the industry, and, just as myself, and now it's grown to almost 600 members. So good deal.
Good deal. It looks like you might have a pretty decent turnout over there. Let's see, a lot of people are interested in or going, so that's good.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, the goal is to, have as many people come that want to be there. So if that's 20 people, cool. Like, let's have fun with 20 people. But I think it's going to be more like 200 or more. So a lot of people have reached out to me and said they're really excited to visit Asheville, North Carolina. They've never been before, and they've heard a lot of cool things about the area. We tried to go a little bit more central location. We talked about Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm from Tennessee, but man, that place is bananas, and the logistics just didn't work out this year, anyways. So I think we're gonna have a big turnout. There's honestly, I've talked to a lot of Dent guys' spouses that are really excited about it. So for any of the guys listening, they're going to hear this. Kids are welcome, dogs are welcome, spouses are welcome, whoever. Like I said, we're just going to have fun, and you're only going to hear me talk for probably 10 or 15 minutes through the whole event. And just about what we got going on. And then we're also having a tool docking station. So we'll have tool vans there where they actually load and unload the beer trucks. So we're going to have the tool vans there. So right now, Anson's committed, PDR Finesse and Drew's Tool, they're all going to have their Sprinter vans there selling tools. So that'll be fun too.
What, I bet you Chris Howell will be there, dude. So
he's gonna be there, and I think his mom's riding shotgun.
yeah, because if there's beer there, dude, he's on it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So I love Chris and the gangs over there. So that's good, man. Listen, Dan, I've been knowing you for quite a while. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know Dan Ontrop, as I mentioned, man, one of the best stand-up guys in high integrity, not just a nice guy with high integrity. Everybody can be a nice guy, but do you have the integrity that this gentleman has? So listen, man, it's a great opportunity for everyone to go there. Go check out pdrcontractors.com. It does wonders, especially if you're new in the hail industry. And can you give a little back, just for a quick briefing about that? Because I gave a little bit, and then I'll let you go, Dan. So
yeah, no problem. So real quick, it's basically a networking .com. So we have two platforms, a private and a public platform. So the public platform, our members pay to play. So they join PDR Contractors. They enter as one of our few different paid membership options, and we plug them into our ongoing marketing campaigns that have been running now for 4 years. So we've got them really dialed in, get them basically general leads from the public. So that's what we plug them into. Is more for the guys that don't have necessarily websites. They don't have a lot of extra money they want to spend in AdWords every month and all of those sort of things. So just give them some exposure. So that we just handle all that on our end, so they don't have to worry about it. And then on the private platform is technicians can join for free, and it's a huge networking site where other technicians can find each other. They can subcontract each other for help on storms or their local events, and there's a lot of sort and filter options to quickly do that. So basically two different platforms. One's pay to play, the other one's completely free. So there's no reason to not at least get on the private side.
Dude, so I just pulled up your site, and it's super, like what do you call it, responsive. It's like it knows my area, and it pulls up me and Joe.
Yeah,
Joe
yeah.
Dan
So
Evo.
we try to do those things where, like, I mean, we don't want people to even think about that, right? Like if you pull up a site, you want it to be where you're located. So that's just a unique feature right on the homepage where when especially the general public, we wanted to make it feel like it's their home experience. So we try to keep it as stripped down as possible, but as smart as possible too. So just real clean, easy to navigate. We wouldn't be the liaison for our members, so we just want to get them in contact with our members as fast as possible through hyperlinks, and let them be in control of that transaction, not us. We don't take a percentage off any transactions, anything like that. On the public side, it's just we're the liaison. So we're trying to get people into your channels, and you repair the car.
Super nice, dude. It is a super clean. Hey, that guy's a familiar guy on there. Super nice, clean site, dude. Very, very nice and easy to read, dude. So, yeah, cool.
So, well, cool, man. Yeah, sounds good. Well, I'm gonna been pushing since early this morning. Though actually, the wife was in town for our 16th year anniversary this weekend. So
Cindy, we'll tell you. Better tell that girl. You better tell that lady. Well, you better say Cindy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, Marshall.
yeah, for sure. So, but I appreciate you having me on, Mike. And then hopefully we'll see all you guys October 15th at 6 p.m. at Green Man Brewery in Asheville, North Carolina.
You got it, dude. You got it. Hey, thanks for catching up, Dano. We'll talk later, okay? Thank you.
I appreciate it, Mike.
All right, see you, dude. Bye.
All right, see you. Bye.
All right, guys. That's Dano. So you saw pdrcontractors.com. Go check it out. Also, you can check out that. I'll put a link to that Facebook page too. So in case you guys are considering going, go check it out. Anyways, like I said, next segment is your podcast. So what do you guys want to talk about? If you don't have anything to talk about, I guess I'll talk about stretch dents, or we'll talk about repairs, because I really hardly ever talk about repairs. And I know a lot of you guys like to talk about repairs. We can talk about marketing. We can talk about your girlfriend. Hopefully not really, but we could. This is a hijack, so you can do what you want. I hope you guys keep it PDR related. That's awesome. How many of you are actually growing into a different industry part? You're staying in the industry, but are you adding any extra services? Are you planning to get a shop? What are you doing to move your business forward? So that might be some topics that you want to do, but I don't see many of you guys say anything. So I'm kind of giving you guys a heads up. If you wonder where Joe's at, Joe is with his family. He is on a mini vacation. So he was going to come on here. As mentioned, we were trying to get Paul and Tim. Those gentlemen are just a little bit too busy right now to jump on. And so I'm still going to hold off on showing that video until they come on. So that's where we're at right now. So we want to talk sharp creases. Okay, lateral tension. So yeah, you guys are just throwing everything at me now. Okay. So lateral tension. So some of you guys might have already ordered that Kiko Tension Bar. Let's go check it out. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Okay. Let's go KikoTabs.com. And we'll talk about what that is. And then we'll talk about creases as well. Let's see if I can get it here. Where did they have it here? See if they have it here. Okay, here we go. Bang. So this is one of the latest tools that is simple. They raised the prices, huh? I think it was $250 at first. So maybe they had a little special going on before that. So it's on pre-order. So it's already probably much sold out here. So this, let's see if I can get it here. This is a lateral tension puller. Okay. What it does is it pulls tension here. Actually, it tightens up this by pulling this way and this way. You use this little tension bar and you tighten it, and it puts tension on the outside so you can actually push, or it will self pull that dent. You might have seen something like that on my Instagram, where we did a test and freaking it popped that dent out like by itself, pretty close to like 90%. It wasn't perfect because there were still some waves in there. This is lateral tension. It also works for dents. So if you have a body line, right, hit and it buckles up, it's got that sharp like V, right? And then it's got an inverted low on the outside of it. Well, you set your tension here, put the glue tabs right there, right? Pull the tension, pull it back, and you'll be able to tap way, way easier. Now, Joe had something on Cam Auto he purchased where he sets it up and it pulls backwards and he can still tap. Pretty cool thing. It's like a mini pull bar system. So it looked really cool too. So on that. So that's kind of what's new. I'll do it one more time here. So this is what's new for Kiko. I've been using this, and you can see how there he goes. There's a good picture of it. So see, there's after, there's before. This, I wouldn't say this is the best picture example, but you can see in the middle that it's actually pulling tension, right? And then you can see the flex in the tension rod right there. So yeah. Sharp creases, we'll get into that. Is the lateral tension lined up parallel to the dent? Yes, most of the time it is. Yeah. That's the cool thing about it, though. You can kind of manipulate. You can bring it in or bring it further out. I do just for safety issues is I will take the strong arm of Get a Grip, put it on there, just like in this section right here. I'll put it right here or over, mainly here, because when that thing's bowing like this, and it's bowing way more than this, all right, it never broke on me. I'm not saying it would break on you. I'm just saying I just want to make sure that that's not going to go flying in my face, because we are working pretty close in this section, right? And you don't want this to fly off. So I put a strong arm, like a clamp like this, right? And I put it on there. So if it flings or if that glue gives, it's not going to go flying across the room, hitting somebody or hitting another vehicle. I'm not saying it would. I'm just preventing it. So that is something you may take in consideration. Okay. But it has not happened. I'm just letting you know. All right. So sharp creases. Well, today I worked on an aluminum panel on a Ford F-150. No. Take that back. 2,500, 3,500, something like that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The tailgates on those suckers, half moon shaped dent about that big, right? Man, you have to use sharp stuff, and it will get a little chewy. So don't panic. Okay. The thing is that you got to sand it just a little bit, polish it, get that clear part again, and just get that pit out, that center. Any type of crease, you have to go super slow. All right. So here's a tech tip. When you are working creases, and I'm sorry I don't have a lot of examples because this is off the cuff stuff, but verbally, when you have a crease, let's say you have a crease maybe 5, 6 inches, maybe 8 inches long. Okay. The thing I see with any technician who's new to creases, or maybe you're still have a hard time with creases and you've been doing this for a year, 2, 3 years or more, but your finishing isn't really good. The finishing, I'll tell you the secret about finishing. If your finishing looks like crap in the end, it's because you're going too fast. 100%. It's because you're going too fast. If you take an 8-inch crease and you put tape, like gaffer's tape, over 80% of that crease, and you work that little bit, and you do not take that tape off until that bit is fixed, and I mean clean, you're going to start seeing, oh, wow, I really did that pretty fast. And then you move it back another inch or two, and you do that part. Thing with creases too, it's opening up. You got to tap down, open it up, work it again. You may have to switch your tips. If you're working steel, generally you do have to go with a little bit of a softer push and then gradually go into the sharper push. Some veteran techs are really good at pushing with a sharp tip right off the bat. I would say that's almost 100% true for aluminum. But for steel, you're going to have to watch those pushes. Sometimes sharp tools will get you in trouble too early. The saying goes, don't go too big too soon, and don't go too sharp. Oh, excuse me, don't go too big. Let me read back that. Don't go too big too long, and don't go too sharp too soon. If you kind of remember that and have a nice balance when you go into your deeper dents, you will stay clean. I can't wait to really fully release the video that I did on that deep dent I did on the and that is the deepest dent I've done to date ever. That's a record breaker right there. I wasn't going to film it either. Let's go take a look at what I meant here. So I hope that helped a little bit on deep creases. Also, actually, let me back that up too. So you can actually glue pull. So glue pulling works sensational on deeper creases. Again, think about creases as your tip, your pushing tips. You don't want to take a crease this long and take the longest crease tab you can possibly do and put it on there and hope for the best. Another thing too is you want to overlap your crease about a 1/4 inch over where it starts. Because if you don't, you're going to leave a nice tight low in front of the main crease. And now you got to deal with a pit that you could have prevented because you want to overlap where it grabs that piece and it starts going into the next part of the crease, the rest of it. Glue pulling creases is a really fast way to start that crease and keep it clean. If you can start and finish with glue, I recommend it because you're not going to have that zipper effect push. And if you have a zipper effect push, it's because, again, you're going too fast and you're not cross-checking as you're going across the dent. You're staying too comfortable. You're not moving the board or using too sharp of a tip and you're stitching it. Okay. And so that takes an incredible amount of time in the end or during your repair to fix that, what you could have prevented in the beginning. Does that make sense? So, let's see here. Is the lateral tension lined up? Yeah, we already answered that one. Okay, cool. So since we can go here, let me go to Instagram, all right? Instagram / and let's pull this up. Go check this out, right? All right, so this is on Dent Trainer right now, but it's not technically released. Okay, you can see a little bit of a little preview of it. So this is the repair I was doing last week, and I flat out turned this down right off the bat. Didn't even want to try this repair, and the gentleman was just super nice. We talked. He'd even, like, if he would have said, all right, that would have been game over. I wouldn't have never have done it. All right. So let me just take that off and we'll go back to some more clips of that. So what made me want to try that is because I took my own advice, right? Before I get into that, let me read some comments here, guys. Okay, so some of you, there's a hijack here, so I got to read your comments here. Insurance companies not wanting to pay for hail repairs for roofs with 600 dents, quarter size, when roof skins are national back order at their dealership. Yeah, Brian, I think that really depends. You know, that's a case by case study, but yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I usually hand it over to the client, and the client gets all pissed off, and they puts fire underneath the insurance adjuster or the insurance company, and it helps. But I know every situation is different, so I feel for you, Brian. Scotto, light placement is very important on creases. Keep your light or board at. Yes, Scotto is 100 right. Thanks, Scotto. Cross checking your board is your silent partner. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Listen, your board will tell you the truth or it'll lie to you. Okay, it'll lie to you if you don't ask it. It'll tell you the truth if you do. So make sure you ask your board. I call my board Watson. Hey Watson, what's up? Like how's it look? Well, you're about to chew this up right here, so watch out. I would use a different tool. It's kind of like your caddy for your dents. But if you don't get with that and ask the questions and find out what club you want to use to get that dent out, man, which is your tool, you are going to make some very costly mistakes. And 100% can't agree, cannot disagree with you on that, Scotto. As a new tech, do I have to charge low to gain and keep customers? No, that is absolutely the wrong thing to do. And I'll tell you why. It's a good question. I'll tell you why. So if you have, let me do this. Okay. You have, which is probably not likely, but let's do a scenario. You have your friend car you're going to work on, and you have a client customer you're going to work on, and your friend is for free and the client is you're going to pay, and they have pretty much the same dent on the same car. Who do you think you're going to do a better job for? You will do a much better job for the paying customer. You will do an even better job if you charge just as much as a veteran tech. Why? Because the carrot is bigger, meaning there's more motivation when it gets hard, when it gets difficult. The motivation gets sucked out of you when it gets hard, when you charge low and you run into an obstacle, or you run into a challenge, or you run into it's deeper than you thought. Anything like that, your motivation goes like this. And it's easier for you to walk away. Well, I wasn't going to charge him much anyway, so I'm just going to leave. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to tell him I can't do it. But if the carrot's huge, like instead of charging $125 and you charge $600, or let's just make it more obvious. Let's say $400 and you charge $150. $400, that's almost 4 times more than what you would get. And I'm not trying to say hit home runs. I'm trying to help you condition yourself to charge the value of your service. Here's another example. Us techs, at least back in the day, we would get really good. We'd get better. But the value of our service would stay down here. But as we got better, we forgot to bring the value of our cost along with how good we became. So we conditioned ourselves to think that we will never get what we're really worth. And that's what techs do. In the beginning, they start off the wrong way and they can never break that train of thought. So I hope that helps you out, Salah. 45 degrees. Yeah. So Scott was talking about like, here's your light, this way, this way. I like to do a 180. Okay. So, you know, with my lines, fogs can be a little different. Fog is further out, tilted. You know, you're picking up contrast with the fog. Lines you're picking up with the curvature. So, that I like to move it 180 because it can be a little bit different. So they'll be upfront with them with your ability. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Don't give them false expectations. I have a client in the shop right now, and we told them it's going to be about 80%. I don't know. I actually think it's going to come out better, but I told them it's $800 to clean it up, and they're fine with that. Do you know that there's a lot of clients, I think we've talked about this before, where before I would hit them a price trying to get them to go the insurance route. Oh, it's going to be, you know, this price. Yeah, I think it's better if you make a claim because it's about $1,700. Oh no, I'll just pay out of pocket. I'm like, what? Do you know that more than 50% of the people of my high dollar cost tickets pay out of pocket? Pay out of pocket. So it surprised the heck out of me. As soon as you're like, and if you believe it too, that helps, right? If you believe it, which you should, and you trust the Bible, which is your price guide, doesn't matter which one you're using. I'm not favoring one or the other. I personally use Mobile Tech RX. There are other great ones out there, and you can even make your own sheet up, right? As long as you have something to show and proof what the customers can see, you shouldn't have a problem. You should not feel uncomfortable about your pricing. Always view repairs as a win or learn experience. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. That repair I did. You wait till you watch the video. Like, oh, this is gonna be a win or learn video, dude. I mean, mainly a learn video. And I was talking to myself for the first 10 minutes. It's funny. So, Salah, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. Yo, sup, guys? What's up, James Bernard? What is, I was talking about something, right? What the heck? Oh, some of you guys want to see, I have the full clips too as well, but I'm not showing it here on Dent channel. I'll show it. Oh, that's not what I wanted to show you. That was a hard dent too. So here was kind of like the truth of the dent, right? We have my line board up here, and we're going to give a little bit. Just because, and guys, just because I don't show my line board every repair doesn't mean it didn't come out decent. It's just, or I'm trying to hide anything. A lot of it, honestly, it's when I'm trying to do my cuts on my reel. It's about action, and we'll get into that too as well. We'll talk about everything here if you want. Listen, I think another thing that's messing me up personally, a little blemish in the paint here. What's really messing me up, I would say, with all these quick, fast-paced videos, is it doesn't allow us sometimes to educate the client. You have to be very, very, very creative, right? And it's been kind of blurring me a little bit. I'll tell you who's been doing a fantastic job is Dent Evo. So we should go check out his stuff here. You guys can check that on your own. You can go to my Instagram. Let's go check out Dent Evo. You guys hear that? I can't hear that. Maybe I'm not playing the thing. Where's Instagram at? See what he's got. Okay. So Joe's creative, man. You should check his out, Dent Evo on Instagram. He is super creative with his stuff, man. And now he's putting subtitles over on there. He's showing, just visually how he's coming up with his estimate, showing the line board across there, educating. This is a Dent Reaper tab, and this is how he's placing it, right? You guys do this every day. And I know it can feel boring to you, but not to the client, not to the client, not at all. He's showing a little bit of detail work of his stuff. He's doing all the little small stuff that you and I feel like, it's not that bad. And then he's showing the pole. Joe is probably one of the highest caliber educational PDR techs that we have in this industry. And I'm not just bloating on him because he's my co-host, but honestly, he does a lot. Bryce does the same thing. Yeah, I know Dent, Dan, it's not Dan. Well, he's on here a lot commenting. Dano, or not Dano, what the heck is it? John. Somebody help me out, man. I messed it up. Christopher Ray, and his partner, right? Why can't I think about who that is? So, anyways, go check that out and think about more educated videos that you can do. It's going to sustain your you as a high caliber PDR tech. Okay. Dave-O, there you go. Thank you. Everybody's like, Dave-O. Yeah, Dave-O's doing a lot of that stuff too as well. Okay. So, hey, this is a podcast, PDR Tech Podcast Takeover. You guys name the topics. I will try to do my best talking about the topics. All right. What's up, Peter? Hope everything's good, man. Hope everything's good, man. Show your net worth when you're doing your PDR. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah. Where's Dave-O when you need him, right? When he's talking, like everybody's like, Dave-O. Sorry, I missed the beginning. Hey, what's up, Lee? So anyway, so I hope that little bit helped here. I might not go a long time here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going here because I said I was going to show up on Monday. I apologize. I don't have like a criteria for you guys to do, but I will. Joe and I will have next one on the next one. But this ain't over yet, so I'll let you guys keep going if you want to. It's your call, your thing. If you need me to talk about something, maybe you see something interesting I've done or whatnot. Anybody using, what apps are you guys using to create your videos, man? Your fast-paced videos? Anything? Let me know. Now, what do I see different in, let's see, what's it say? No, James, you didn't win anything. Yeah, I heard Matt's giving away an umbrella, dude. Just kidding. Oh, I am giving away a whale tail on the next podcast. Okay. Courtesy of Anson. I'm actually creating a little video that's showing how this Dent craft tool is actually one of their standard whale tails. So I'll be giving that away, talking about the video repair that I did. And after that, we'll give it away. So don't miss next week's thing. We're going to give away a Dent craft whale tail courtesy of Anson PDR. So, all right, let's see. Okay, you guys are just talking back and forth to each other. So, I'll tell you what. Events. Who's going to the Anson event? Anybody? Nobody? I mean, I know somebody. I know Matt's going. I'm not even ask Matt, dude. So, what do I think about what's going on in paintless dent repair right now? I really think that it'd be a big shift. A lot of guys are going towards shop environment, which I think is smart, to be honest with you. Can you survive in a PDR shop solely doing PDR? Just straight up retail? Yes and no. I think yes and no. See, Mike's, when the next PDR Tech meetup at your shop? That's a good question. I'm going to be talking to some of the guys here, John, from SoCal guys, and I don't know. I don't want to overlap any big events because I don't want to be a distraction to Anson. I know Anson's got something. Dan Ontrop's got a meetup, so I don't know. We might maybe November, December. I'm thinking that after all this stuff is done. So, and who doesn't want to come to San Diego in November or December? We can all have a good, cool meetup, and we bring it. We do we smash dents, we fix dents, we don't just bull crap. We do a lot of educational things that we personally, as Southern California techs, and anybody who wants to come, get better. So we have fun and really get into it. Need to find a shop you can share with someone like I do. 3 years and I love it. That's awesome, Peter. That's awesome. Anson, September 24th, Saturday. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate that, dude. So yeah, that's called the Dent Trials and Anson, September 24th, which is Saturday. You guys, I think you're gonna really enjoy. If you've never been to Texas or you've never been to Anson, man, it is mind blowing about how many tools and what the facility looks like. It's fantastic. I was gonna say something. I'm getting all kinds of stuff going on me right here. Hello, I'm PDR from Brazil. Your tools are top. Well, they're not my tools, but they are mainly a bunch of main tools. But thank you though. Florida is just starting to get nice in November. Yeah, but everyone's gonna be in Florida in January, Joshua. Come on, man. You know that. So that's why I didn't say that. In some areas, I'm sure you could survive with just a shop. If someday I get a shop, I'll have to stay mobile also in my area. Yeah, I agree, James. I would never, ever give up mobile. That's why I feel like it's important that you build a team. Have your mobile guys. You can run the shop, or you start training somebody to run your shop for you. That's how I do it. So I don't see the purpose of having a shop or having a business unless you have two things. You're building it to sell it, or you are going in gung ho. You have a plan and you get out. So I've seen people do that as well. But if you're just kind of floating day by day and trying to figure out what you want to do, I think that's kind of dangerous. I wouldn't get a shop until you have a hard agenda about your plan. You know, do you want to grow it in different aspects of your business? I don't know if you guys are aware, but I have a full-time bumper repair business as well. Okay. That is just as busy as my dents, if not sometimes even busier. But it's a very good business. We replace bumper covers. We stay out of the auto body part though. Where it stops is where we do key scratches, blends, but we're not going to do panel replacements. We'll do bumper replacements, but I'm not going to get into panel replacements, collision repair. Not going to do that. That's where it gets into the pulling hair out, dealing with parts and back orders and insurances like beyond that. I've seen it and I don't want to get into that. I know where I want to stop. I do not want to own a body shop. And matter of fact, I know a few people who've been in the body shop, who are been in the PDR business and got out because of that headache. Okay. Some made us some really good money, but it wasn't fun. So that's kind of a thing. If I was going to start from scratch as a PDR tech, I want to learn PDR. I want to get damn good at PDR first, and then I'll build my hub, right? I'd rather hire other people who are more experts and faster and doing it better than me trying to do it all myself. That's just me. It's very, very hard to do that. It's best to maybe take a class, understand it, know how to do it, be a backup to maybe your techs that you are hiring, because if push comes to shove, they can't show up, they quit on you last second. You have the ability to at least know how to get it done. Might not be as fast, but you know how to do it. So that's something to think about. I'm a PDR from Brazil. Oh yeah, we already read that one. Thank you. Let's see, in some areas, I'm sure you can survive with just a shop. Let's see this one. Wholesale in the morning and retail in the afternoon. That's good, Joshua. Shops are great, but you got to offer mobile. Yeah, because you've got the people who like I'm 30 minutes from downtown San Diego. Actually, 40 minutes, depends on the traffic. Let's say 45. Okay. People don't want to drive 45 minutes into traffic to come for me for a door ding or, a hand-sized dent. They want that convenience. They already know that PDR is convenient and they can come to them. So yes, it's a must that you have that. Now, let's talk about trip charges. Let's talk about deposits. Let's talk about that. Now, a year ago, I wasn't charging deposits. Can you believe that? I've had my shop for almost 6 years and I wasn't charging deposits. If you have a shop and you're not charging deposits, I guarantee you, and be honest, half your jobs that you book for the shop do not show up. Do you know why it's important to offer a deposit, to make them have a deposit? Because it instantly takes them out of the game. What do I mean by that? Because when they say they're going to show up, they're still constantly putting their feelers out. Maybe I can get a better deal. Maybe I can do it sooner. Maybe this, maybe it's taking all the maybes out. Now they're vested. They locked you in. You locked them in for $100. They don't want to lose that $100. So they're not, it stops them from being curious. And now they're locked into you. They're going to show up. Guarantee you, they will show up. I've never not had a no-show. I've had a couple reschedules, and the first thing they say, can my deposit still go towards the reschedule? Absolutely. Absolutely. So it is, without a doubt, the best thing I ever did for my business at the shop is take a deposit when customers want to book an appointment. Put your money where your mouth is. Literally, that's what you're going to do. Okay. And I'm not being cocky at all. It's business. What you're trying to establish is that, hey, listen, client, my time is valuable, just like yours. And you have to pay for my time, just in case you don't show up. So at least I have a little bit of money coming back because I'm giving up a potential another client that could come in and book that time. Does that make sense? So if your customer doesn't understand that and you say, listen, I have $100 deposit, and they say, oh, let me think about it. What they're saying is that they wouldn't have showed up. You would have wasted all that time, blocked out some time for them, and they wouldn't have shown up. So that's that. Now, let me read some comments and I'll talk about, should you take a deposit or should you have a estimate charge, right? Service estimate charge and charge them for it. I'll talk about that in just a second here. Let's see. They have skin in the game. That's a good one. Yeah. Yep. $100. First time shame on you. Second time shame on me. Yep. And that's why I don't friggin', I don't do business that way without a deposit. Okay. So here's how I word, like if someone says, can you come out and give me an estimate? I can't take a picture. I can't do this. And we all kind of, chuckle that they can't get you to, get an estimate to you. I say, sure, that's not a problem. I can come out to give you an estimate, but I charge $50, which is applied towards the repair if you decide to do it. Instantly, oh, let me find somebody that can probably send a picture to you. And all of a sudden they get real creative about finding, a way to send you pictures. Now, gas prices haven't been nice to anybody, right? Especially in California. We're paying probably $2 more compared to the rest of the country. We are starting to consider actually charging a deposit or a surcharge, a fuel surcharge to come out to my clients. Now, am I saying that off the bat? No, but my prices have definitely been higher. Last year or beginning of this year or the beginning of late last year, my prices went from $150 from a door ding to $175 standard. Okay. You have to raise your prices or you will go out of business. You will be unhappy and you're chasing. So Peter, I'm trying to stay at the shop as much as possible. I explain to my clients how you will need to drive everywhere in the city to get things done. Why not come to us for a great service? Been very successful because people like what they see when they are searching, and many repeat and word of mouth. Also, many fellow vets. Perfect, Peter, because you know why it's working is because your advertising and your marketing is actually going after those type of clients. So I think the secret about, your advertising, when you advertise for your clients, you better have your website stating that's the type of client you want. Your Instagram, your Facebook, you better have something that your avatar, what you're looking for, your client, you're trying to search for. If you have none of that stuff in place, you are going to get clients from all types of things. Picky customers, cheap customers. Oh, I thought it was going to be $50. I thought it was going to be this. Man, I just basically told a client today, very politely, I threw everything at the book, all the stuff I say to let the customer know, hey, if you want the best quality, you want the best price. I get that, but if you want the best quality, I know you want that most in the end, right? And I say this all over again. Finally, I just had to just tell them, listen, and I think Matt saw that and I sent it to a thing. Here's my quote. Okay. I'm not going to mess it up because it's so good. All right. And if customers don't get it, they said, oh, it's small. It's going to be easy. Sometimes I don't even reply to them. It's not worth my time, but I do like to just sometimes give it to them. All right. In a good way, guys, in a professional way. He says, the ding is a lot smaller than you might think. For $150 cash, we have a deal. Now, my cost was $200. Okay. He wants me to go down $50. I don't let my clients dictate my cost. Not going to happen. Not going to pay that game. This is my business, not theirs. Okay. And if you let your clients do that to you, they will always do it to you. They always feel like that they can actually manipulate your pricing. So my answer back was, if you want the cheapest choice, choose another Dent company. If you want the right choice, I'll be happy to service your vehicle. So did he book? No, he didn't book, but I don't care because that's not my client. That's someone else's client. That's not mine. That's not the one I'm looking for. So you have to understand, you have to accept that not every customer is your customer. You have to be willing to know that. So I hope that helps a little bit. So what's California gas prices? I think it's around, I haven't really paid attention to it, honestly, but I think John, it's around 500, 500 like everything else. $5.60, something like that. It's somewhere, it's hovering between $5.50 and $6 a gallon right now here in Cali. So I'm in. So in general, you think about, write down what your client looks like to you, or what you visualize, what type of client wants to use you. You don't flip-flop on yourself. Don't go one day, I'm going to charge $100 for this guy. Nobody knows, dude. I wanted to charge $175, but I'll charge $100. It's quick. It's fast. It's fast. Easy. You just went 2 steps backwards. How do I know? Because your head, your mentalness, right? You just confused yourself a little bit. You're diluting your brand. You're confusing your client. And that client, you did it for $100. They'll never want to pay $175. They'll tell you to kick sand. You just charged me. No way. You didn't give them a price guide. You didn't show them the value of your service. You just folded. I know, because I've done it. I'm just trying to help you guys not do it. I'm just going to help, trying to do it, is trying to just give you guys some advice that and when you're laying in bed or you having a cup of coffee and you're like, damn, I really do need to charge. I really do need to raise my prices. It's not because you're trying to kill it, guys. You're trying to run a business, right? And you're trying to, let me put it, if McDonald's, what would happen if McDonald's didn't have a menu? Oh, that cheeseburger? Oh, yeah. That'd be $5 serve. No. I take $2.50. It would be bargain burger, dude. That's what it'd be. It wouldn't be McDonald's. It'd be bargain burger. You go inside, you name the price. It would be chaos. Think about it. You don't have a menu. You don't stick with your menu. It can be chaos. Now, it might not be as chaotic as I'm saying, but in your head it can be because you just don't have no direction. You don't know which way you want to go and how you want to get there or how you want to grow. So that's my thing. All right. And I've grown. Now, I'm not saying I am a price guide god, because I'm not. I think maybe Paul Corden is probably one of the better ones. And there's some other guys out there who know how to charge, like who have no shame. My stepdad, let me tell you a little story about my stepdad. My stepdad, he was the king of didn't give a crap, dude. All right. I used to go out and with him, and now this is 1990. Before I got into it, I was watching him. Like, he maybe come out with him, and we went out to this client, and he had a door ding. Maybe it was small. It was probably about that big, right? Maybe nickel size, a little bigger than a nickel, not quite a quarter, but anyways. In a story, some of you guys might have heard this story, but he looks at the guy, he looks at the dent, gets to figure it out, has no shame, just lights it up, looks at it, gets his book out, and the customer's like, man, what's going on? So anyways, my stepdad would just go, $1.50. A what? $1.50. $1.50. He didn't care. He knew the value of his service. He knew how much it costs to go to a body shop. He knew the inconvenience factor of all that stuff. He just didn't share it with me as much as I'm sharing it with you. You have to know why you're charging, right? You have to help guide the client, and you have to like paint the picture for them about the inconvenience, or the part that where if they hire somebody else based on price alone, the results could be not good. So yeah, it would be a flea market. Anyways, I want to go, talk about pricing, all over again, that part, but I feel like that is important on that. Anybody else, any questions on anything here? Man, it's already almost an hour. You guys better hurry up. I'm going to close it up in 4 minutes, man. All good. But lately, ladies and gentlemen, I've been actually feeling a little bit different in my business, man. So I'm kind of at a thing where I don't know what type of videos I want to do next. It's just a preference. It's a personal thing for me. I get really bored about before and after videos or photos. That's why you don't see a lot of before and after photos or before and videos, is because if I'm not like excited about putting it on, I won't put anything on. That's just me. All right. I'm going through a phase right now where I have to get excited about things, and I have to motivate myself to do things. I'm trying to look for different creative ways and outlets for me to express how well I like and love my business. So that's kind of like where I'm at a standstill. I'm not burnt out, not any of that. I'm just trying to get into a creative, different mode. I'm kind of like rebuilding a brand. I'm trying to figure out which way I want to build Dent Time again. Okay. So I hope that's kind of like how I feel. It's hard to explain. Maybe some of you guys have been that way. Maybe you guys feel like, I'm just not motivated anymore. I don't know what to do. Take a break. That's the first thing you need to do, is take a break, sit back and relax. Don't stress. Your business is still going to run, but you just need to personally take a break. And that helps with me. So once again, great show, Mike. We appreciate it. All right, man. Thank you, dog. So thanks, James. Appreciate you, G. Hold some public workshops. Notice this short clips are doing well on Instagram. Yeah, they're always going to do well, Peter. People don't have patience for, good night, Joshua. People don't have patience for, what's up, Marcus? How often should we post on social media daily? That's a good question, John. Listen, if you really want to get noticed, or you want to make it, I'm not talking about the PDR community. I think you guys need to really watch out. Okay. Who are you trying to impress? Your clients or your peers? I'm trying to impress my clients, and it works. I got people coming from Los Angeles, Arizona, coming to see me because they saw my Instagram or they see my YouTube or they see something. Okay. That's my intentions. To answer your question, John, as much as you can in the beginning, as much as you can. I don't want you to do a burnout mode where you're trying to post 3 times a day, 6 days a week. I personally think you should just really concentrate on a really good video, educational, but keep it like this. Okay. Not annoying where it kind of like it makes them swipe. Remember, you want to stop the swipe. That's what you're thinking about. Stop the swipe. How can you engage them? At the same time, educate them. Engaging, education. That's how you stop the swipe. That's how you get clients to go, oh, I like this. This guy's making sense. Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. Oh, I didn't know how that was done. That's interesting. Wow. Those are the type of videos you want to do as much as you can do that. Okay. Video, unfortunately, is the king. I knew it was going to be. It is the king. It will always stay the king. That's why Instagram's having a hard time with their platform right now because they don't know. You notice you post a regular video. I post a regular video. They call it a reel now. It doesn't matter how long it is. Oh, it's a reel. So, but don't get too sucked into that. You should watch social media just for study. You know what I do? I put a 7-minute timer now. 7 minutes. I don't want to say it now, but hey, Siri, put an alarm for or timer for, and I'm doing my thing because freaking TikTok, Instagram will suck you in, dude. Right. And next thing you know, you're spending too much time watching social media instead of making social media. Remember that. Okay. Don't watch too much social media. Create social media. Be part of the solution. Don't be part of the problem, man. Going to Puerto Rico for 2 weeks in October. That will be nice break. Good job, Peter. I forgot you're Puerto Rican, man. I met Peter a long, long time ago, man. Peter's just friggin' kicking butt. Hey, Peter, I just want to say publicly, thanks again, man, for your service, man, that you gave to the country, man, and thank you. He was in the service, and we can't ask for anybody else like that, man, being in the business. So thank you. Are you a Facebook user? Turn on your profile, man. I agree. I'm trying to gain clients. Yeah, that you have to. Look, here's another thing. You ain't doing it, someone else is doing it. Just remember that. Someone else is hustling if you ain't hustling. I post at least once Monday through Friday, FB and G. Yeah. Listen, guys, if you guys have a shop, you have an advantage. You could actually have a Dent Manic Monday day where you take a dent out. Today we're showing John working. You could do a small ding. You don't have to be a hero. You don't have to show these big smashes that you're the best and you're the king. What you want to do is friggin' just educate your clients and make something fun. Be yourself and get people to trust you. That's the main thing. Agree. The camera angle, music, image gets you attention. Yes. Another thing, Jason, too, and anybody who's paying attention, then we'll get going. Create your video and then play it back with no sound. If it's still interesting without sound, you got a winner in chicken dinner. If it looks boring, you need to go back to the drawing board. Don't put any music in until it looks good. Until it looks good without music. Does that make sense? Okay. Some of the top video experts say that. I've always done that back in the day. Before my videos were anything today, I would ask my son when he was 3 years old, 4 years old, I was like, what's daddy doing? And if he understood it, I knew I had a winner. So any good ways to target smaller repairs? Matthew, do you mind giving me some more input on that? Can you elaborate on what you mean? I think I know what you mean, but I'm not sure. So thanks for all your advice. Love it. You appreciate it. Appreciate it. Dude, Jason, man, appreciate that, dog. Man, show me some love, dude. Thanks, Jason. Yeah. You know what, dog? You should message me if you're not a Dent Trainer member. I'm going to give you $50 off being a member. So you hit me up, I'll give you a code. Okay. Thank you. You know what? Heck with it. Heck with it. I'll give everybody a code. You know what? If you guys want to sign up for Dent Trainer, I'll give you a code in the description. $50 off, right? Actually, I'm going to do, see here. I'll put a good one up. Okay. In a little bit. How's that? Jason, appreciate you, man. Thank you. Only have people asking for larger repairs, minor collision stuff. Oh, I got you. Okay. No, I think you just have to have probably more footage about what you do, educate. It's not going to just take one video. It's not going to take one post. It's going to take a consistence of a bunch of different videos and video and photos, okay, about what you do and what you can do. Again, it's how you market, what your capabilities are. And unfortunately, yeah, you will run into a kind of a wave of people just showing you collision stuff. So, but unfortunately, you are going to have that, Matthews. Jason, I got it. I appreciate you, man. Brandon Smith, he puts Brandon Smith. What's up, Brandon? You got, no worries, man. I'm about to end the show now anyway. So I appreciate you guys holding it down here for me, putting your questions in. It was fun. Too bad we didn't have Joe here, but hey, we made it happen, man. Thank you guys. Thank you, everybody. And I will put that on the official podcast too, this one and the one before. I've been just lagging on that stuff too, man. Okay. Oh, shoot. I got to read some more stuff. I don't want to leave any of you guys hanging, man. I don't want to do it. Lonnie, what's going on? When you're new and don't have a ton of clients' vehicles to do videos of, what can you do for things to post? By the time I get a customer's vehicle to work on, then I'm contracted on that and forget to put time into taking video footage. Well, you can work on your own vehicle, put a dent in there. I'm not lying. I mean, put a dent in your own vehicle, your wife's vehicle, your friend's vehicle. You do something that you can fix, all right? And create little video clips. It doesn't always have to be the dent. Now, here's one of the famous stuff you'll see me do, all right? I'll put a dent in a vehicle. Maybe I'll show me actually putting a dent in, but that can be a little extreme. But show a dent. Do not start the clip with you showing the dent. That's boring. Do something like you're grabbing something or you're putting the light on the dent. And it's squeaky, right? Boom, you got them with some attention. It doesn't matter if it's squeaky or the sound's off. You got the attention with the wave. When you try to do this and go back and forth with a dent, it doesn't look as interesting. They don't know what they're looking at, and they're confused. So you're swiped off, right? But keep it interesting. Start with something almost in the middle of your repair, but it's not, and then kind of show the repair, the dent, why they're already there. You know what I mean? They're already hooked, so they're gonna watch that clip. Do not keep your clip for more than 1 second. That's my advice. Okay. Lonnie, but going back to what you're saying, work on different parts of someone's vehicle. That's how you're going to get better anyways. Right. But do that. Ray, have a good night, man. Okay. I'm just going to keep it going. If you guys are ready, I'm going to keep it going. So John Trice, what up, dog? I think I saw your missed call, dude. Sorry. I was getting ready to do the podcast. Let's call and talk in the morning, dude. Great show. I'll go back and watch it. Definitely need video content, not from 10 feet away. Show your repairs so potential clients know what they can expect, Brandon. Yep. 100, Brandon. 100. Gotta make that noise. The heck yeah. Marcus was just with me recently. So neighbors, cars, friends, talk about tools, your rig. That's right. Doesn't always have to be a dent repair. That's right. Yeah, you can act. Do you guys know, I'll open up my drawer and I'll put a story, or I'll put like just a reel, something like that. And the tools always stop people. I don't care what it is. Go on YouTube. Those Snap-on guys where they're opening the drawers and they're doing a tool walk around. Look how many thousands of views that has. Same thing with PDR tools. So good suggestion, Peter. Tell a story about the customer's dent, Ray Gonzalez. Yeah. Ray's notorious for that. He specializes in what he's going to fix and do it. He never really actually shows it. He doesn't need to. He's building rapport with what his personality. So it doesn't always have to be a dent. All right. I'm going to give you 10 seconds and we're out. 10, 9, 8. Oh, you dogs. All right. What do you find to be the best cameras to record multiple angles and different shots when filming? That's a good question, Brian. I don't think you need a very high-end camera. You know what I do recommend is use your iPhone and use a GoPro. If a GoPro's in your budget, which it should be, I would say it's probably very affordable because you can do a lot of cool things from the GoPro 9 and on. You can do hyperlapses, you can do time lapses. It's a super steady shot. I would have a wide shot and a close-up shot. And you can take that, right? And if you have decent at video editing, you can actually zoom in real slow. If you take the 4K footage, you can zoom in really slow, right? And bring it in. Entice your client or your viewer into the shot. I'll do one this week. I'll show you what I mean, okay? Keep an eye on what I'm going to do. So tomorrow, I'll probably do some of that stuff. But you could even a different camera, take one of your I have a couple of older iPhones. I use this one, and I'll shoot 2 different shots. Really don't need more than 2 because then it can get really crazy trying to edit it and sync it up. Unless you have Final Cut, super easy. But I think 2 camera shots are really good. If you don't have 2 cameras, you can still pull it off with 1. So the other thing, what you can do is shoot your juicy shot, which is the repair. Like you shoot that shot, not you working on it, not you grabbing any tools, no, nothing like that. Get the money shot, right? Get the shot of you fixing the dent. Do not get in the way of the repair. So get that shot, then do all your B-roll afterwards. Set up the tool going in, that freaking you reaching for tools, you walk into it, you pushing it. Set up a storyline. Think about what you want the client to think about. Okay. So that is some advice on that. Okay. Hope that helped. Moved from Android to iPhone a few months ago, and I love the quality of that camera and video. Honestly, Peter, I thought that Android kicks the butt out of the iPhone, but the iPhone is catching up. But I like the features of the iPhone. I like the more apps the iPhone has, and it's more people in general, like your clients, have an iPhone, so it's easier to get their photos and video for the most part. So what's up, Alex? What's going on, man? All right. 10 seconds. 8. Hey, do me a favor, guys. If you haven't already, I know there's a few people on here. Give me some thumbs up. If you like the podcast, let me know what you guys think in the comments later on and on YouTube or on the Facebook. And then I'll be putting it up on the podcast this week. All right. I'm just not as consistent, unfortunately, on my main podcast part, but hey, that's why I'm doing it live. So, okay. Great show. Lots of good tips and strategies. Thanks, Lee. Have a good one, guys. I'm Mike Toledo. As you guys know, I will see you guys on the next podcast. Me and Joe will. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you.